All right, guys, welcome to Mobility for Rodeo Athletes. So the first exercise that we are going to do is an inchworm. So I'm just going to bend over. Depending on your range of motion, you might have to get your hands out a little farther before they touch the ground. You're just going to walk your hands out to a tall push-up position, and then you're going to walk your hands slowly up, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. If you have wrist issues, you can absolutely do these out on your fists. You're going to walk back up. We're going to go through 5 repetitions of the inchworm to walking out nice and far. Once we get down on our 5th repetition, we're going to cobra to down dog. So I'm going to stick my butt up in the air, drive my heels to the ground, feel the stretch in my hamstrings, and then I am going to come through. I'm going to let my hips sag. I'm going to look up to the sky and get that spine inflection and extension. I am going to press back through and come through 5 repetitions of this as well. When I finish that, I'm going to get on the floor and I am going to do a shin box switch. So shin box switch, I have this leg at a 90-degree angle. I have this leg at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to keep my feet planted. An easy way to find your setup is just to plant your feet wider than your hips in front of you and to fall over to one side. That puts me pretty well exactly how I need to be. I'm going to keep my chest nice and tall and drive out over a little, using my hands behind me, attempting to keep both of my sit bones, both of my butt bones on the ground. I'm going to go nice and slow over, and I'm working internal and external rotation of my femur. Notice that I'm not laying down. I'm trying as hard as I can to keep my chest nice and high. I'm going to slowly go through 5 repetitions per side of the shin box switch. When I finish this is really going to work internal rotation, which has been linked to groin strains. So we want to increase our internal and external rotation of our upper leg here, and hopefully, possibly mitigate some groin issues down the road this summer. So I am going to stay in this shin box position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay nice and tall. I'm going to try to drive this knee into the ground, and I'm going to try to pull my heel up off the ground. It probably won't come very far. Stay here, and I am going to drive that heel up, up, up. You can see it barely comes off the ground. I'm going to hold for 2 seconds and release. Again, keeping my torso nice and upright. Drive, 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 drive for 2 seconds and release. We're really activating these glutes. We're working on internal rotation of the upper leg. We're going to do 5 reps per side there. As we finish up our mobility routine, the last thing that we're going to do are floor sweeps. So these floor sweeps, I am going to lay on the ground like this. I'm going to clap my hands together in front of me. Okay, I am going to take this top hand and I am going to try to keep my fingertips on the ground. Big reach all the way up overhead, trying to keep my fingertips on the ground and keeping my knee down on this side. That's as far as I can go, keeping my fingertips on the ground. I'm going to come all the way around to 180 degrees, hang out nice, slow, and controlled, and then come back around. Big, 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 big reach. If you happen to need some help, like I do, one way that you can add some assistance to this exercise is to use a foam roller. And we can get a foam roller to put underneath of our knee. So I put this foam roller underneath my knee. Now I'm going to try to drive my knee into that foam roller to keep me from opening up too far. Come around, fingertips on the ground, on the ground, on the ground, driving this knee into the foam roller. Woo! Slow and controlled, back up and around. You are going to do 5 reps of the floor sweeps. That is a quick 10 or 15 minute mobility routine. You could go through 1 or 2 sets of that if you have time, and you really can't do it too much. So this could be something you could do every morning, something you could do every evening. Some of these exercises would be great to throw into your pre-ride warm-up as well. If you have any questions, problems, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out.